Yo, what up YouTube bunnies, this is Tin the Pro and I'm back again with another video. In this video I want to show you how to master a beat in Studio One Pro. And then last week I made a video where I was mastering the same beat in FL Studio, but now I want to do it in Studio One so that I can accommodate the users of Studio One. This is the beat that I was mastering last week. Listen to it. Take your headphones so that you can get into it and then you can hear every detail. And then before we get into it, just make sure that you go to my channel and then you check out my channel. As you can see here, I only have 145 subscribers, and then just make sure that you go there and then you check some of the videos here. Hopefully they're going to help you, like how to record in FL Studio, how to make chord progression, the right way to download samples, how to organize your VSTs, and how to master a beat with using Ozone 1. This is the video that I made, so I'm going to do the same video but in Studio One so that you can be able to know and you can be able to learn what was happening there. So let's get into it. The first thing that I will do here is that I will introduce Ozone 8 to this beat so that I can start my mastering process. I'm going to be using about five plugins to master this beat, so make sure that you have a pen or something so that you can take the name of these plugins and then you can be able to get them yourself. So now I'm going to add Ozone 8. That's the first plugin that I'm going to add. So let's search Ozone 8 so that you can just get into it right away. Ozone 8. And then when I get into Ozone 8, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to choose the specific genre for this type of my beat. So this beat of mine is kinda a trap beat, so I'm just going there and then I'm go to the presets and then I will choose a genre which is trap. So let's get into it. Yes, when you reach Ozone 8, the first thing that you want to do, you want to come here under presets. That's where we are going to press presets and then genre specific mastering. So as I said, that type of beat of mine is kinda between trap or hip hop. So let's go and take a listen, and from there we'll decide which one are we taking. Yes, so far let's just try to maybe try another one so that we can maybe find the best sound for this beat. So let's try vintage hip hop. No, this one, let's try to move to smooth hip hop. Now I think I'll go with trap because I feel like it's hitting very hard. Yes. And then now I'm going to play the beat without this plugin, and then I will turn on this plugin so that you can hear the different. Make sure that you have your earphones on so that you can hear this different that I'm talking about. Now I'm start by playing the beat without the plugin. Now I'm going to introduce the plugin so that you can hear the different. Hopefully you can hear the different, and make sure guys, go check out my channel. This is my channel, and then it's Let's Do Music there, and then make sure that you subscribe. Now let's move on. I'm going to add the second plugin, which is I'm just going to add some saturation, and then that's from there. I'll just let me show you how I can do it. I'm going to use SSL, and then I'm just gonna use this saturator a bit. I'm not going to overuse it, but I'm just gonna introduce it a bit so that everything's just glued together. So let me use this plugin. Now when SSL native saturator is opened, I'm just gonna play the beat and make sure that I adjust some of the things here. Listen to this. Now let's try, for you so that you can hear the different, let me start by turning this all the way up. This is not something that you want. As you can see, there's clipping here. So now don't overuse the plugins, so make sure that you just use the right amount. Now it's fine. Let me switch off the plugin and then play the beat with only Ozone. And then I'll introduce the plugin. Now with the plugin. Hopefully you can hear the difference. This the third plugin that I'm going to use is FabFilter, another saturation, but I'm going to use it differently from this one. And then the way I'm gonna do that is that I'm just gonna open it and then choose it, which is FabFilter Setting 2. This is the plugin that I'm going to use, and then in this plugin I'm just going to boost the high and the mids. I'm not gonna touch the lows because I feel like this beat has already has too much lows in it, so I'm just going to boost only the highs. So this is how I'm going to use this plugin. As you can see the graph there, you can see the lows are too much, so I'm just gonna at least try to balance the mids and the highs here. And then if you're listening very carefully, you can hear that there is a noise that is added, and then that noise that is added, I just added it intentionally. So but I believe that when I'm using these plugins, I'm also introducing a noise, so I'm gonna remove that later. But for now, let's keep on mastering. Now I'm just gonna play this beat without the mastering, and then I'll turn on the mastering. Listen carefully. This is without, with the mastering. Hopefully you can hear the difference. So let me just try to explain whatever that I just did using this chalkboard so that you can be able to understand what I'm talking about. Here I had my beat here. So the first thing that I did to this beat, I introduced Ozone 8 so that you can remember everything. And then we use in this Ozone 8, what I did using Ozone 8, I just went there and chose a preset. I chose a preset. Don't mind my writings. I'm using a mouth here. And then the preset for my beat, and then I figured out what type of genre is this beat of mine, and then I found that it's a trap beat. So I chose trap. I chose trap beat because my beat is a trap beat. So the other thing that I did, I used SSL Saturation. And then the way I used it is that I was just trying to control everything. I used it for controlling everything, control. And then the last thing that I did, I used a FabFilter. It's another saturation. FabFilter. Don't mind what I'm writing as long as you can understand what I'm saying. I used a FabFilter, and then I was using another saturation. But using this saturation, what I was doing is that I was trying to boost the mids. I was trying to boost the mids and the highs because there was too much lows. So now listen to this beat. Hopefully you can hear the difference. The last thing that I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna introduce an EQ and make sure that I remove every frequency that I don't like, which is the last step that I'm going to do. And in this EQ, I'm also going to check if my beat is not clipping. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna play the beat, and then I'm just gonna detect some of the frequencies. Yes, I like how it's sounding now. I like how it's sounding. Yes, I feel like everything is controlled. Now I'm just gonna explain. Let me use a blue color. I introduced what? An EQ, an equalizer. And then in this equalizer, what I did is that I just removed some of the frequencies that I feel like they are not pleasant to my ears. I removed them. So this is the tutorial that I was about to give you today on mastering your beat. Make sure that your beat is sounding best. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way, a free way that you can do it online? So if you're looking for something like that, look at this video that is right here, and then make sure that you learn that, and then you can learn to master your own beat in just 2 minutes online for free. See you in another. And then guys, don't forget, this is my channel, and then as you can see here, I have subscribers, and I already made a lot of videos. So make sure that you go to my channel and you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you also engage with the videos by liking and commenting. I will see you in another video.